really ill, Finn. So ill.
Tell me all
Oh,
about it so it seems candid when we start.
been so ill, guys. Oh, what? We're filming.
No, no, not yet.
We're not yet. Oh. One of those. I'm not filming. Right. Hello, everybody. We're speaking about
Ruined it.
the
It's supposed
fact.
to be candid. It's
This
supposed to
no,
be the bit before, like on the
we
overlap, where they
no,
talk and then they go, right.
yeah, this is the introduction. Unfortunately, there's no introduction. This is the introduction. Hopefully, everyone's been well. I was saying to Finn when Finn was asking me to speak about something so he can click record subtly. What we almost need to do is like, I just need
Not
to not
listening.
look and I just need to talk or something, and then we swap around. Like you do the same, and I just start randomly, And it's like imagine you talk for 5 minutes about it. I mean, God.
No, we just need we need to actually set it up so that we can
Yeah.
have somebody clip it. So even if we do a candid bit at the start,
Well, we have spoke to somebody, haven't we?
yeah, we are going to be getting
We
it
are in negotiations
levels up.
with. I don't even know his name. You spoke to us.
Yeah, I'm in negotiations.
Finn is in negotiations.
Admin man.
The admin man is in negotiations.
How fucking good was the thumbnail last week, by the way?
Oh, the chat GPT. Did you say
No,
like
I
make
did
it
it all.
over?
No, I did it.
I think that's really cool with chat GPT.
I did it.
Oh, you
I went
somehow
on
spoke
Premiere
got
Pro. Did it all myself.
Oh, okay. I think that stuff's really cool to be fair. So anyway, Reece
Yeah, mate, you
been...
could have seen the other ones.
Oh, was it bad?
Okay, now. So I'm putting on ChatGPT. Make this photo into a YouTube thumbnail where the two people have fallen out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one was that,
Yeah.
but then with text on the top. And I was like, please remove the text.
Yeah.
And then it was a completely different one, and it was awful. It looked nothing like us. It was fucked. And I was like, no, go back to this one.
Yeah.
Just take away the text. And then they did another one that was fucked. And I was like, please go to the original and just don't have the writing on it. And then they got it right.
Okay.
But there was some fucking awful ones.
Yeah, I've seen people do it where they've like you took a photo in the gym and put it into Chat GPT and be like, can you make this look like a professional, like photo? And like it looks really cool. Like it's it's like really, really cool.
Yeah, sometimes it's shit though. I think if you pay for it, there's a paid for it.
I think though like that's probably the future for like social media, like maybe not like direct posts, but like that sort of stuff does well.
Oh, mate, even for thumbnails, like that was so easy for me to do that, and it saved me time and everything. Like, yeah, it was.
Yeah, but that with like the DJI cameras, like mate, videographers are like, God, no wonder that what's his name became part of Team Rainer coach or whatever. Yeah. So we got sacked.
I think it's because Joe's. Yeah, I think he's doing well.
No, but we got sacked by him. So we had a content dude, Joe, and he
was good.
He was really good, really, really good. We definitely would recommend him if he sacked
if you're allowed.
if he even replies to your messages now. But he sacked both me and Finn for content because he went as part of like that Rainer trainer business mentor guy. So I think he's become his own individual like hired sort of like editor photo dude, which is really cool. But basically, yeah, if you're not good, you're probably going to get cooked by ChatGPT soon when it comes to like, because simple stuff like that, like it's actually quite scary. How
good a lot of people do make their like infographic content with that.
Yeah, rip Canva, because that's what a lot of the this is no hate to Joe. The first logo design that Joe sent us, do you remember for the gym?
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It was like literally just on Canva, and Sanaya was like, I could do that, and we were like, yeah, but Joe.
Sanaya did actually. Sanaya like design the logo, didn't she? To be fair.
Yeah. So yeah, but either way. That's that. Reece has been ill. Got COVID.
Don't talk something about yourself in third person.
Because it sounds cool. Like at me,
that's the least cool thing ever.
It's a bit cringy. So yeah, it's been cringy. Sorry.
Oh, you know what's worse?
What?
Your boy.
Your boy's been ill,
mate. When people on the story and like, right, guys, your boy, and I'm like, I need to. I want to unfollow.
That hopping on the story, yeah, guys.
I don't mind that as much. Don't call yourself your boy.
Yeah.
Whose boy are you?
Yeah.
You're not mine.
No. You get unfollowed now, bro.
Fuck off. You're definitely not my boy now, mate. You're embarrassing.
Awful.
Don't call yourself your boy.
Anyway, your boy Reece. Your boy's Reece has been under the weather. God, awful. I can't cough. I can't laugh today, guys, because I keep coughing.
And I'm gonna struggle because I'm fucking funny.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard. But basically, last week you said to me, you were the first person who said to me on I think Thursday. I came in and you came in and you were like, you look tired. And I was like, I remember being like,
you did look tired. Yeah.
And I had another person say to me like later that day, and then abs to the following day. I was like, is everything okay? We should look a bit tired. Like, you sleeping right? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm sound. And I got a massage from Jack on the Wednesday, and like did not recover at all. I woke up on the
But
Thursday.
when you're not well, you get a
Yeah,
massage
and
and
I was like,
bassism.
why am I like, I hadn't trained back for like 4 days and I was training back on Thursday and I had to move it around to Friday. And I was like, this is like, when you do the same split, you're like, this doesn't make
Yeah, it
sense.
should be
But
recovered by now.
yeah, especially considering like where I'm at. But I was like, I'm going around the weekend. I'll move the day around. I did arms instead. I remember I came in here and you were like, oh, I thought you were doing a rest day today. I was like, no, I trained today because I couldn't train yesterday. But I was just like cracking on. I thought I'd be okay. And then I went away to Ireland and it's honestly so weird. Like I was carrying around Sanaya's Built for Athletes bag. It's a funny story on the way back. We had to pay 60 quid for it.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, we literally, I was really horrible to the Ryanair again. I'll tell you about it in a moment. But anyway, carrying around Sanaya's bag because her bag was heavier than mine, and I'm such a bloke that I was like, I'll carry around the bigger bag. And I was like drinking water, so we were walking around for like probably 4 or 5 hours, and I'd like drink my water, and my arm would not hold. Like when you got that and you come down, my arm would like fall down. I dropped water like 3 times, where it would come down so quick.
No eccentric.
No, he sent. It was like literally. I obviously have the strength, but the second that I tried to switch off my like arm, just bring my arm down, it was like it just give way. And obviously, I was carrying a 10 kilo bag, but it was like that's really odd. And then I fell asleep in the park, which was funny because I was just like, I'm lying down in the park. It's like 25 degrees in the sun, and I just fell asleep, like snoring out. I was out for like half an hour, and I did not wake up. And I'm always quite a light sleeper. If someone walks by me, I'd wake up, and there was like kids, everything. I was dead.
Really? We slept together in Vegas. I don't think you're a light sleeper.
Um,
You were dying in your
Yeah,
sleep.
but that's before I got my CPAP. Now I'm a better sleep. So that was that, and then like I got to the Airbnb.
Thought you were dying.
Yeah, true. I got to the Airbnb, and like, do you know how it is when you got work? So I said, like she said to us tonight, let me do like an hour of work.
I bet she had a great time. You went to the
Yeah,
park,
I just slept, and I slept in the Airbnb. No, sorry, I didn't work. I literally got into the Airbnb.
Oh, but you put on your story that you did loads of work. Just more bullshit.
More work on the actual Saturday? No, I didn't. On
You were like, "Oh, perks of having a sleepy girlfriend. I'll grind."
no, that was Sunday. That was Sunday. Oh. But yeah, because I fucking didn't do it Saturday. Literally, that's why. I literally got into the Airbnb, and if I said to Sanaya, like, how many times have I not done my work when I was supposed to? She'd be like, I can't even think of it. Yeah. And I like got my laptop out, and just fell asleep again for an hour.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. When it's like, right, I'm going to do work for an hour. Imagine just them not doing it.
Just sleeping. Yeah, that's what I mean. It was so weird. So I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Maybe I'm just exhausted. Sunday woke up and I was just like really off, bit of a light headache, cough was a bit off, like just felt fatigued, felt pretty fucked. And then,
do you want a hug?
No, I'm all good, man. I'm all good now. I'm getting better. Okay. And then Monday, I couldn't sleep. I had to sleep on the floor because I kept burning up if I was sleeping on the bed. Yeah. And then I slept for about 2 hours. Yeah, so we were coming back at it was like a 7 o'clock.
We need a review.
Yeah, I'll say it at the end. So it was like a 2 hour. I got up at 5, slept for 2 hours. Like could not sleep at all. Kept burning up. Was like boiling hot, sweating, getting cold, like body temperature all over the place. And I then was walking we got dropped off Uber from the Airbnb, and I was carrying the bag again. This bag was just fucking me up, and it was like a 10-minute walk to our terminal or whatever. And I'd had to stop 2 times because I could not walk. It was like I was getting exhausted, my heart rate was getting too high, and I was like, why can't I just fucking walk? It's like, yeah, I know I've not slept well, but this is really odd. Fell asleep again at the terminal waiting for the plane. Sanaya was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's just sleeping all the time. Managed to get back. Sanaya drove my car for the first time since she crashed it because I was like, I am not.
Don't tell anyone
that. Fuck insurance, please.
It was me.
Yeah, it really was me. Yeah. So that happened. So I was like, this is really odd. I got home, and I slept from 11 o'clock when I got back till 5 at once, literally drenched in sweat eating, sweat coming off my forehead, and then went back to bed till 8, and then woke up, had another meal, and then went back to bed and just slept from 10 till 8:30. I didn't put an alarm on. I was like, how have I slept this long? And since then, Tuesday, Wednesday, so it's Friday now. Tuesday, Wednesday, I felt a little bit better. Thursday and today, I managed to do legs today, but in between sets, heart rate was through the roof. I couldn't really regulate things. But after a certain period of time, it's right, I'm not going to feel great, but I just need to get moving again. So last 2 days, cardio's been sound, food's been sound. But yeah, just really, really off. Even now, I can still tell, I'm not great.
Form of COVID in it. Probably is COVID.
Yeah, but that's
never got the jab.
Yeah, no, scared of needles. Like you. We're anti-vaxxers.
Anti-vaccine. What is that? What it's called?
Yeah,
Anti-vax?
I think so. Well, it's anti-vax if you. I think you probably would be anti-vax if you haven't got it. That's what
Well, I
people
haven't,
say.
yeah.
But we're not like against the vaccination. You know,
Oh,
we're not
right.
still out there saying, "Don't go in, Gene. You're gonna die."
We did have big flags.
Yeah, in 10 years, it's gonna all come out that it's bad because it's been force produced and rushed. But yeah, Dublin review. Yeah, it had been. It's like speed run. Dublin review. You've been, haven't you? It was all right. It was. If
You like donut?
yeah, the donuts were good. The
Yeah.
donuts were really
Donuts,
good. Yeah,
Oh,
the sourdough donuts. You know that. That's why I think they're good.
yeah,
They're not
yeah.
heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Finn told me about this donut place, and I messaged him because we were literally by this shop, and I was like, "Wonder if that's it." Because Sanaya said, "I wonder if that's the place." So I didn't say.
there's a few of them.
Yeah, there's a fair few,
Yeah.
and yeah, the
Rolling donut.
rolling donut. Yeah, I'm a donut hater, especially that donuts. That Wade guy comes here. Yeah,
I hate Wade.
I hate Wade. I'm a donut hater just 'cause I don't think it's like worth what it is. I just think they're a bit too sickly, but they weren't sickly, and they were
They're
pretty
banging.
good. Yeah, they were really good. So that would probably be the
There's
best
a
thing.
place. I think it was called. Can't remember what it was called. It was like Ho or something.
Yeah,
Basically, it was pancakes. It wasn't
Okay.
just pancakes. It was food.
in Dublin, or
Yeah.
Okay.
But there was a place that was like known for its pancakes. Mate, they were incredible.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah, we went for breakfast on the Saturday, and that was like the best breakfast place we went to.
What was it called?
I can't remember entirely off the top of my head.
The food was good in
Yeah,
Dublin.
the food. Yeah, no, that's what I will say. Like the food was good. We went for breakfast. We went to a place called Mad Egg, which was like a chicken place. Which is weird because you wouldn't think Mad Egg would be a like chicken place. You'd think Mad Egg would be a breakfast place.
What
But
came first?
yeah, true. Don't know. Leave it in the comments, guys. But yeah, so the food was good. But if you weren't into drinking, I don't think there was loads to do.
You didn't go
And
Guinness
it's-
Factory, did you?
No. And then it was also the same weekend as Oasis were there. And it's funny because when we booked to go, we looked and we were like, why are they Airbnbs? Like, why are they none? Why are they so expensive? And we searched up like not Oasis. We searched up, yeah, like we said like Irish traditions or holidays or something, and there was nothing. And then on the plane there was like 4 people with Oasis tops, and one sat next to us. So I said like Oasis, and they're like, yeah, we're going. And I was like, oh, so there must be an Oasis concert. Said, yeah, we went and watched them in Wembley like 3 weeks ago. And I was like, I was there. How much you paying? She was like, a couple £100. And I was like, and you're going again? She was like, yeah, well, when they release the tickets, release the dates, we just thought we just cover all bases. And I got them again.
Some people are just such super fans, aren't they, that they'll do that.
They're the same 18 songs.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same song list. That's what doesn't make sense to it.
Mate, people don't care. They just want to go.
It's bizarre. Like,
people are bizarre.
I'm quite into my music, but no way near to the point where, you know, if there was like
need to go.
two songs at the start, 2 in the middle, 2 at the end, that were like their bases, you know, their best. And then away from that, it was like a look
You
again.
didn't know, yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of get it because it's like it's an old band and they've got loads of songs, and they've got loads of albums. But like, I was literally like, "You're fucking bizarre. Like, why did you not
You
refund?"
say that.
No, I was just like, I made it out. I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Well, we wanted to cover bases." And that's what I was like.
People like
Yeah.
think about like how much of a super fan of Liverpool you are. People would.
Would you watch the same game?
No, but like
that
but
has happened.
it might. There will be still differences.
Hey man, it's Liverpool Newcastle this Monday. Do you want to go watch them again? They're going to play the exact same. The players know exactly what's happening. They're literally the next day.
No, but would you watch the Champions League final over and over again?
I don't think I've ever watched a game of football again. No.
Really?
I had Liverpool. I had Road to Istanbul. That game.
Yeah.
I had the DVD, but that's because I was like 7. You don't like.
Yeah, you don't remember it.
Yeah, so I was like, that was like the build up and stuff like that.
I swear, right? I just fall asleep in any iconic game of football.
Yeah.
Because that game, right? I was watching it with my dad, and like I remember it was half time, and I was like, I was what 9?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
8. I was like, yeah, I was 8. I was like, right, I might just go to bed. And then I remember my dad being like, oh no, like stay up, you don't know what will happen. Like, so I stayed up, I just fell asleep, and I woke up when like they'd won on penalties. I was like, great.
You missed another game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The World Cup. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
that's why I'm saying it, because I fell asleep when the World Cup.
Sorry,
World Cup game was boring.
My brain was thinking Milan, Liverpool.
Yeah, so that was that.
Yeah.
But then that was when I was a kid, and then obviously the recent World Cup, Messi, Mbappe World Cup.
2020, it was the last World Cup.
Yeah,
2022. Yeah, it was back in 2022.
That long ago.
Yeah, but it was December. It was in 2023.
So yeah, basically I fell asleep during that game.
Yeah,
but it was boring.
The first half was just literally like Argentina spamming. Like,
it was very boring
and stuff like that. And then
and I woke up when it was like Mbappe after he scored his pen. I was like,
oh. Yeah, it's probably the most like overrated game of football because like the first 73 minutes was pretty good, and then the last 15, and then the extra time was amazing. Like it was like some of the best football I've ever watched. I was like, what the fuck is this game? Because it was like, felt like a basketball game. You literally
Yeah.
had a Messi running up one way, taking long shots, running past three, and Mbappe doing the same. It was like a 1v1. It was quite cool. And I remember, like, literally, I think I spoke to you the next day, or I messaged you, and you were like, yeah, I fell asleep. I was like,
I did.
fucking idiot.
I'm not going to stay up when it was boring.
No, makes sense.
I had the TV loud enough to wake me for anything exciting.
Was he that late though? I don't feel like it was.
No, I was in the middle of it. Tired, mate.
What you fell asleep? Oh, okay, fair enough. I've got work to do. Got work to do. Fall asleep. But yeah, so yeah, that was that. Got in a bit of beef. We paid 60 quid. Sanaya's Ryanair. Sanaya always books, and this is I don't really get it. I don't really get flying first class, but Sanaya naturally just goes for the cheapest things ever, which I think makes sense in certain cases. 45-minute flight, but Ryanair are tragic. Like they are really bad. And clearly, Monday morning, these girls have been told by their bosses, you need to make sure that this goes in. Yeah, no, go in the in the back. There's a do you know Drewski, the comedian, the black dude who's like pretty chubby. Oh, there's a clip of it. I'll show you. It's so funny. And he's like he works like an air host, not an air hostess. You know the flight people that let you the security.
Yeah.
And he's like he goes over the top. So he's like, whose bag is this? Whose bag is this? He's like, whose bag is it? I told you no liquids, no liquids. What are you doing? And it's just like he's just so over the top.
Yeah.
And they were like that. So with my bag's like an Adidas Y3 bag. It's like a normal, like a normal bag. And they're like, make sure it fits. I'm like, of course it fits.
This is what I find so weird. No one's ever asked me. Ever.
No. So
like when clients are like, oh mate, I'm scared, my bag's going to be too big. I'm like,
yeah, I don't ever think about it. I'm just quite confident. But I was having this Y3 bag. I was like, of course it fits. There you go. And then Sanaya's had built for athletes bag. No, but it wasn't full.
Yeah.
It was just like there was a lot of like little pockets and stuff. And the bag fit perfectly. And they were like, oh, try it this way. Doesn't fit. And so I was like, it literally fits the other way. And she was like, go try the other way. That's the only way it works. I was like, you do know it goes in the same spot. It can move around in the plane. And they were like, doesn't matter. It has to go this way. And I was like, right, look at this. This is how it goes in. And they were like, comes out by legitimately like an inch. And it's not even, there's nothing there. It's like just a pocket with nothing in it. I was like, that can be squished. I was like, that's silly. And she was like, gonna have to pay. And I was like, wow. I literally said to the girl, I was like, I was really rude. Sanaya like had to tap me and be like, I get it, but stop. Because I basically said, have you had a meeting this morning? I was like, clearly your boss has told you guys off. I was like, you've been shit the last couple of weeks. And then she ignored me flat out. And then I was like, right, Sam, don't speak to me. I was like, I get it. Working a minimum paid job, like coming in the morning, people are flying back to where they want to go to, and you're just being miserable. You probably hate your boss as well and hate your job. It's cool. It's fine. But at least respond. And she didn't respond. I was like, sound cool, 60 quid. I was like, have a good day. I was like, I'd rather be me than you. Sound. See you later. So I was on that. Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's certain case. If she just literally said, "It's fucking shit," I'm like,
yeah.
Or
that's the thing. If I was in that job, I'd be like, "Look, guys, I'm really sorry, but
my boss is a twat."
I wouldn't even say that. I'd be like, "We've been told,
I've been told, and like that's on the line. Is it all right?" Like but it was like genuinely. The thing is, it's like it actually was a piss take because it was literally an inch.
Honestly,
and
I've never even been asked. It's weird.
Yeah, it was the first time I'd ever been asked. So that's why I said I was like, your boss pulled you into a meeting this morning, didn't they? And they never responded. I was like, Sam, cheers, guys. But like,
they probably thought, who's this fucking prick?
No, but I also think it has to. If you take a bag and it's like you haven't paid and it's over the size, fair enough. But when it's like legitimately an inch and it's the front pocket that could be squished down, there's nothing there. It's like, come on.
What did Tanaya say?
Sanaya was laughing, but she was like afterwards. She was like, "You should say that." But
what did she say before? Like,
she was kicking off. She was like, "This is stupid." She was like, "That's a piss take." Like my bag and her bag in this box were the exact same. It's just her front pocket went over the lip by like half an inch, but there was nothing in there. So
yeah. Where did they come up with 60 quid? Is that just like a random thing?
And they said that, oh, you have to pay. Do you have your card? We're like, it carries cards nowadays. Can you put an Apple Pay? And they're like, no, you can't. I was like, do you know your number? Oh, I forgot it. And then we were like,
right, card.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah,
no, I literally forgot it. I was like, forgot it. I was just trying to make it. And she's like, look, the plane gates are going to close. You need to go on. And maybe it's actually the worst thing. So the plane gets delayed because of us, because we were the only ones who got pulled. I think it's because we were towards the end. Yeah. So they probably just thought, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But maybe if they get a cut.
They don't give a fuck.
No, they should be a twat. Yeah. So maybe because I was sleeping, we were towards the end. So everyone had boarded. I'd gone on. Within literally 2 minutes of me sitting down, nosebleeds, like got up. up, had to go to the toilet. Attention, basically, flight has been delayed because of someone having an incident. I'm in the toilet, hearing this, being like, not great. Everyone's going to come out and be like, you're a cunt. And I was like, yep, sound, cheers, guys. So I come out and I'm like,
Because you were so stressed over the baggage situation.
yeah, no, it's because of
It's because you get that.
Yeah, it's because
It's because of all the gears.
180 over like 112 blood pressure is sound. I'm pretty sure. Take time to sound, guys. It's fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, so that was the island trip, I guess. But yeah,
Sounds good.
it was overall, it was all right. It wasn't. I wouldn't go back, but I also wouldn't be like it was shit. It was just. It was also a nice weekend.
Say,
you know?
like the Guinness factory, as much as I don't like drinking, it was actually good. Like yeah, like the experience of it is quite cool.
Yeah.
Like that was like looking back to when we went. That was probably one of the best bits, and I don't even like drinking. Like it wasn't because I had a Guinness. Like no, the Guinness was shit.
Yeah.
But like the actual Guinness factory was quite cool.
Mm.
Other than that, it was just food. There's a couple of nice like parks to walk in. But
yeah, we walked through.
Yeah, probably the same one. Yeah, but like yeah, it wasn't like looking back. It was just nice meals.
Yeah.
Our Airbnb was nice,
Yeah.
so it was like decent. But yeah, I wouldn't be recommending it.
No,
I'm going to Derry next weekend.
Yeah. Okay. What for?
For the PCA Island.
Oh, sick.
We got Sam and Shay doing it. Men's physique.
That's cool.
Both
Oh,
look
Shay.
really good.
I don't know about Sam, so I know Shay.
They both look mint.
Yeah.
Sam looks really. Sam, I'll show you. Sam tagged me in the stories there. I screenshot it because I'm going to put it on.
Is he junior or? Oh, that's good. Really good. Oh yeah.
There you go, Sam. He's no, Sam's not junior. Sam's
Shay's junior, isn't he?
tall.
How old was Shay?
Like 22.
Oh yeah, Shay. When he told me his age, I was like, I swear you're like 18.
I think
like,
Shay's 18,
yeah.
but he's not.
Yeah. I said to him, I was like, you're like the most 18-looking year old dude I've ever seen in my life.
It's weird, isn't it? Like, but the thing is, like, he's mature. Like, he's like when I speak,
people,
I don't think of him as 18 when I speak to him, but like when I look at him, his face,
Tyler Rack.
Yeah.
Like, he's like 24 at this point. Or 24.
Yeah, I don't
like,
see him as that young.
No, but I view him as like a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Like there's certain people where it's like, Conran. If Conran was like, yeah, I'm 22, I'd be like, bro, you're at least 35. Like,
Conran's
old. Yeah, like there's certain people.
Josh Campbell will always be 20.
Oh
18.
yeah. Josh is 18 natural 6 weeks out. He's always 18 natural.
He'll always have that little like plant emoji.
Yeah,
that just resembles.
The thing is, when I actually think of Josh, that literally spawns my brain. Like, the first thing I think of is like, sign on that, and then just like.
That's how he made himself. Man.
Yeah, fallen off since.
Worked for him.
Yeah, no, true. Yeah, claim to fame with it just.
Nah, he's still got a good amount of followers. Still got his coaching's going really well. Got a nice car.
It's got a really cool car. Yeah, really, really cool car.
There you go. Although it's a bit gay.
What'd you say?
Mate,
you like Jags?
I like an F-Type. I love an F-Type, but a soft top.
Yeah. A hard top version.
You can, yeah. No, I think you can just get a normal version or a soft top. If you can get a hard top, then
what's the normal version?
Not a convertible.
So a hard top?
No, a hard top would be a convertible hard top.
Oh no! Oh, I view hard tops as like you either a hard top or a soft top. It's like a flaccid penis and the rest of it. It depends on who asks.
No, so a hard top is obviously a convertible. Otherwise, it would just be called a car.
Nah, man. Like I would view if you said,
if I said, "What's my car?" You wouldn't go, "It's a hard top."
No, but
you just say
if I said, "Yeah, bro, can you get a hard top of that?" I would view that as, "Can you get a non-convertible?"
No, so there are hard top convertibles, mate.
Oh, they're like a bit more like ragged. Yeah. Okay.
It's like
I know. You're right. I wouldn't like if I had a convertible and someone said, "Could you get a hard top of that?" I would assume, I can get all of that. That's not a convertible.
Yeah.
Surely there's more people that think that. Because I've always thought that.
If somebody says hard top, that means convertible hard top.
Yeah, but if they've got a convertible soft top and they say, "Yeah, you can get a hard top,"
nah, you say, "Can you get a normal version of that?"
Okay, fair enough. But can you get a normal version? Can you get a normal
F-Type?
Can you get a hard top version?
I don't know. If you can, then Josh, you should have got that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. My head's gone with that. Can't stop thinking. I just keep hearing hard top, hard on.
Hard cock. Brandon Hardcock.
Fucking sellout, Josh Croggan.
Yeah, Josh.
Josh, you're a massive sellout, mate. Yeah. Josh and Jack.
I know.
Fair enough. Like Gymshark's fucking sick.
Yeah, Gymshark.
Hard body.
Yeah, come on, we've rejected that multiple times. Come on, we love him, Brandon.
We don't. He's a gimp.
Oh god, not good. Right, water. Anyway, if we had our editor, he'd cut that out, but we don't, so we can't. So I'm sorry, Brandon.
We're not cutting anything out.
No, that's what I mean. I'm joking. Like,
should we talk about before when he was maybe going to come in?
Nah.
I can't talk about that.
If I
right.
speak, I'll be in big trouble.
Questions. Yeah, so I'm going to London, Derry. I think it's called London Derry. I'm going to Derry. I've also got for the same weekend, somebody doing a secret show. And then I've got another client doing another show. So I've got four people. No.
Not Ed?
No.
It's out tomorrow, yeah. Ed's definitely
It's out tomorrow, is it? Who's doing that? Admin man?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Ed definitely isn't going to be doing that show.
Nah.
Ed, no chance.
He's not going to Ireland.
Okay. You? You're doing the show?
I'm a bit too lean.
Bit too lean. I'm a bit too
I need to feed up into.
Right, let's get into some questions. Did you get me? No. Right, so first one. Now, I think there's genuinely one option here, and I'll be so disappointed. There's one who is the clear last option, but I want to hear yours, because if you say the other thing, I'm like, bro, I'm concerned. Right, so start one, bench one, sell one. Megan, Sanaya, Abster.
It's just a football podcast.
Megan, Sanaya, Abster.
Start one, bench one, sell one.
Yeah.
I guarantee Megan's the best at football.
Oh, are we talking football? I was thinking more so just like in life. Like we have to like get rid of, like, we have to like exile one. One's just sat permanently on the bench, and then that's how I was viewing it. I was viewing it like,
really,
yeah, like
I went straight to football.
Okay, we'll go football. It makes it easier.
I imagine Meg would be pretty good. I think she's just very sporty, mate.
Sanaya's quite good though. Like, mate, she runs high rocks, like, and she like. Have you seen her throw? Her throws are like genuinely
goal, yeah. Oh, she's just a throwing mode.
No, I'm more in the way of, like, girls throw like
girls.
Yeah, like you did after.
When I was gay for a bit.
Really gay. Like Sanaya legitimately, like, her arm like throws like an actual bloke.
Yeah.
Like, actually, like when she throws them, like,
you, yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Meg dominates me.
Yeah, it makes sense, mate. So okay, football wise, I'd say Abster 1,000,000% sell. Like she.
Oh yeah, she's past it.
Yeah.
Legs are gone.
Legs are gone, washed. I think if it was an endurance race, Abster would probably be best, like, because she runs every day and she trains every day, and she is like very fit.
Your mum is fit. Yeah.
You know the Jordan Henderson clip? Jordan Henderson is so fit.
Yeah. Who is it that says that?
It's the bold dude, isn't it? Excellent Paul midfielder. So
Danny Murphy.
Yeah. But I gotta say tonight,
Jordan Henderson.
Jamie, I gotta say tonight, Jordan Henderson's looking so fit. Actually, just like next, gotta say tonight, Jordan Henderson's looking so fit.
Right, what are we saying? Are we saying football?
Yeah, football.
All right, I'm gonna back Meg.
Okay. Yeah, to be fair,
I just imagine she'd be bullying
I've
people.
seen Sanaya use her feet, and they're not the best. Like,
Yeah.
like, I'm not really a foot
Not
fetish. I'm not really
technically.
a foot fetish sort of guy, but I do think her feet could be a bit better.
Oh,
So,
mate. I mean, I'm not gonna out Meg.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just leave it at that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna start Meg. I'll bench Sanaya, and I'm gonna have to sell Abster. Sorry, Abster.
What were you gonna say about the other version?
Well, I was gonna say, like, if it was like a life sort of thing, there's no chance. I'm sorry, like, there's no chance Meg cannot be, like, she has to be sold. She's the newest one. She's, do you know what I mean? Like, she has to be sold. Like, we got the black market. She's still young.
I get it. She does have to be sold.
She's gonna have to be sold.
As much as she's
And then
amazing,
Sanaya-
she would have to be sold just based on time frame.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, I'd say personally, I'd probably actually bench Abster, because she's older. She doesn't need to be in the limelight.
She hasn't got many minutes.
No,
You can come on for 5.
Yeah, she could come on for 5 to 10. And then Sanaya actually is quite a good jack of all trades sort of girl, so I'd have Sanaya start. So yeah, fair enough. Good to
How
hear
many
that.
questions you get?
6.
Mate, you're massively watched, right? You've got 100 and odd K followers.
I know.
Nobody engages with you.
I don't know about that. I get a lot of engagements and stories and stuff.
No,
I just don't think
you do.
those questions.
I think you get engagement.
No. Well,
we got the camera.
Oh no, mate. I think it's just because it's podcast. Whenever I do questions now, I get like 50 to 60. That being said, probably because I get more story views because I do the Joe Gann trick of deleting stories.
Your stories are awful.
Don't know about that. Your questions, mate. Go ahead.
Are we just going straight to right?
Yeah.
Dark chocolate pre-bed. Do you want me to go into the story?
Yeah, sure.
So this is from one of my clients. James Linford that comes in here.
Yeah.
Mates with Chris.
Mates with Ollie.
Yeah. So he was telling me a story where I won't out his mate, but one of his mates in his prep was banking all his fats one day to have like a full bar of dark chocolate before bed.
So weird.
And then that night he had loads of weird dreams and woke up. He'd had like a wet dream all over himself. So if you want to have a wet dream, guys, full bar of dark chocolate.
I've never had a wet dream in my life.
You've never had a wet dream?
No.
My first ever wet dream was at my mate's house.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had a wet
Mate,
dream.
it was so intense.
Were
Like, it
you
was the
actually
most
like,
intense,
in the dream?
mate.
Like, are you actually like doing stuff? Because and did you
Like,
finish in the dream?
mate.
So I've never done that in a dream. I've only ever got to the point where like I kissed the girl. I kissed the girl.
My uncle,
Yeah, I kissed
my
her.
uncle entered me, and then I'd wake up.
Wake up. I'm like, oh, what the no? I genuinely have never got past like the point of like that initial,
Yeah. So
getting.
if I ever have like a sex dream like that,
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
It'll be like when nothing really happens.
yeah, like you're going to it and you just
Yeah,
wake up
yeah,
and you're like, oh fuck.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's like 99% of the
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
1% of the time, I don't really give a fuck who listens to this podcast, right?
No, no,
So when I was like, what, 16,
yeah,
I had a girlfriend at the time,
yeah.
and my dream was her sucking me off.
Okay.
And I finished, but it was like the most cum you've ever seen in your life, mate. It was literally like, in this dream, like, in this dream, it was like, like a hose, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
And then like I woke up like after that, and I was like, oh fuck. But I had boxes on. So luckily I had boxes on, but
Yeah.
like there was, it was like
How
all over the
like
boxes.
how many times have you had a wet dream like properly in your life? Like a few? Is it rare? Like that?
Oh yeah, it's rare.
Okay.
I've probably had like 5.
It's weird, that, isn't it? I think it's just, again genetically. Like, it's like genetically. It's like probably like
Yeah, my mum and dad had loads of wet dreams growing up, so I have.
but no, I mean in the way of like you probably like how some people have like sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I
And
had
like
that as well.
yeah, like I've
Fucking grim, mate.
never had any of that.
Oh,
Never,
mate.
yeah.
I haven't had that for a while. When I have that though, like I have to literally just like breathe and calm myself down. It's
Yeah.
horrible. It's like I can see my body
Yeah.
and I can't move, and I want to wake up so much. I have to like fucking just chill, mate. Like, it's grim.
You sound you're not gonna die.
Honestly, yeah, that's what you have to say. Like, the first few times though, it is scary.
Yeah.
First time I ever had that, I remember being like, what?
Like,
Panicking.
so you're
like
thinking
mad.
that meanwhile I'm in my fucking wet dream thinking, please just ejaculate.
Please just stay asleep.
Yeah, please stay asleep. Ah, fuck! I wake up and I'm not.
Yeah, honestly, only a few times. But my first one was at my mate's house, and I remember thinking like,
Yeah.
Does he try to wipe me off in my sleep? Because he's got a bit of that in him.
Being around boys.
He's got a
all
bit of that in
evening
him,
and you have
mate.
your first ever wet dream.
But he's a little bit gay,
question.
my mate.
Yeah.
Like, it's Matt. He's just had the baby.
Yeah.
He's a little bit gay.
Yeah. Just adopts the baby with Steve. Just adopted the baby.
Yeah.
Just adopted.
Nah, I need to go and meet the baby. I was meant to last week, but my car fucked up.
Yeah.
Right, should I go through like 5 at a time?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
you've got like 1.
Sorry, but yeah.
Megaton.
Okay.
Hope you're doing good, mate.
Yeah.
Is there anything you miss about the Ultraflex Rotherham sessions?
Oh, we spoke about this the other day, didn't we? The other week, do you remember? Where you were like, oh, do you remember those leg sessions?
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss. To be fair,
AJ.
I miss AJ and Cuba. And Cuba.
AJ, Cuba, and AJ.
I don't miss Max's fucking music. I'm sorry.
I don't miss that.
I think I probably just missed the time of like where we would have 2 hours there and back, where we're not like we do bits of work, but we
worked quite a lot.
Yeah, no, we did talk. No, we did more so towards the end. But like when we went, like, do you remember after the first lockdown when we trained with Connor, and it was like a bit of a day out.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then like when we trained there a few times, like in my prep, where like I'd finished my check-ins by 11 o'clock. And then I was like, cool, I've got the whole afternoon and it's like an 8-hour trip and it was just cool times. It was like, we just half we'd have a, now we like, if we were to do that, we wouldn't be able to stop and have a break. We wouldn't stop and have our post. It would literally be, we eat when we drive, we got fucking work to do. One of us would have our laptop, stuff like that. And it's a little bit different. So I miss probably the time of like a little bit less responsibilities. The training sessions were fun. We both weren't as strong and as well old. So like our sessions were a bit on the stupid side. Like the leg session that we used to have in between my first prep and like me competing for the second time, like those leg sessions were like 4-hour leg sessions. Like I've told clients the volume when like, someone's like, I don't know if this is more volume. And it's like those sessions were legitimately like, we do adductor first, we do calf raise adductor. We then would do seated ham leg extension, like 2 to 3 sets of each. One all-out set on the hack that would literally take us an hour and a half. It was like
it was stupid.
Yeah, it was like we would take 15 minutes
I'm
before
still
the
injured
top set. Yeah, genuinely would fuck us up. Like that was like a big part of why my knees are.
Why we're both.
Yeah, like why we're both fucked. Like doing way more weight, assisted reps that we probably shouldn't do. We then do 2-3 sets on leg press, single leg press, glute drive, lunge, split squat. Like we do the split squat. We then go upstairs and do a glute drive on the booty builder machine.
Abs.
Abs.
Yeah, I remember abs on that.
Well, we finish off. Yeah, we finish, and like then we pose, and it was like we were probably doing like 20 sets to the death failure. But yeah, like that session was class. That was really good fun. But if we tried that now, especially for me, like if we tried that now, fucking hell, we'd be like ruined. But because we weren't as strong, because we weren't as accurate
now doing Like literally that leg session that I do yesterday,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Like I literally do abs, adductor, hand curl, leg extension. And
Yeah.
like by the time I got to the pendulum, I'm like, I'm knackered.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
But then also, like, you actually like though that hack squat, as much as it was cool, there was not a single ounce of like actual activation
oh
other than
no, it
just
wasn't
pain
great.
through the knees.
Yeah.
And because we were fresh enough, we could get away with it. You know.
We will have grown from those,
Oh yeah,
like, but
definitely.
and
Yeah,
you like you
yeah,
build a lot of mental resilience
yeah.
from those, but it was not helpful
Yeah,
or like
no,
healthy.
definitely not. But yeah, like, would I say I missed those sessions? No, because I enjoyed them. Like, I enjoy training now. I look at it and think like it's cool. It was a good memory, but I'm not like, oh my god,
No,
I
I
missed.
think if I missed it, I'd want to go back. You
Yeah,
don't want to go back.
no, I
I
don't.
don't think
No,
like, oh, I'd love a session at Ultraflex Rods.
yeah,
Like
no.
I'd rather train here.
And I also, yeah, I agree. And I also think as well, like, there's a time and a place. I trained Ultraflex North Leeds, and I didn't actually mention this. And I bumped into I mentioned on the YouTube video. I bumped into this bold dude, and he was the first dude I've mentioned him on the podcast before, where I saw him deadlift 6 plates in front of me, and he gave me a hug, and I don't even know his name, and I used to do some sets with him here and there. He'd like jump, he'd be like, "Oh, Reece, come do some legs with me or whatever." Because Ultraflex, the original Ultraflex Leeds, is very tight. It's kind of similar to how this is, bigger, but like similar like kit wise, where if you're on one machine and someone's like next to you or they're training legs, you all are kind of doing it together.
Yeah.
And it was where like, I literally said to him, because he was like, "Mate, you're fucking bigger than me now." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sound, but like you're like probably one of the reasons why I got into training so much, because I was going to a bodybuilding gym and you were like really like so like, come on, do this for me, do that." I saw him deadlift 6 plates, and it was quite cool because that opened my eyes, and it was like that was the community aspect. But
Yeah.
he was saying, and I was saying the same thing, which is what I'm actually meaning about this question, is it was like that Ultraflex Leeds from like 2018 to 2020. He said it to all his mates. He was like, "That's like the best gym I've ever been at when it comes to vibe, atmosphere." And it was like magic. It was magic in a bottle or whatever. God, that's, you know, there's some statement. He didn't say that, but that's basically what he's implying. He's a bit more simple, if I'm being honest. He's a bit like, fucking great, mate, fucking
Yeah, but it had its
yeah, it had that time.
Ultraflex Rodham had its
It's
time.
time, yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, if we were to right now, if it wasn't 6 o'clock or 7, we were to go to Ultraflex now for a session, we'd probably get there and we'd be a bit like, ah, it's not the same because it's a different time of life.
Yeah, it did
Different,
used to be like it did used to be good when it was the only one. Like
yeah,
obviously there was Leeds and stuff, but
yeah.
like now that obviously you've got like Ultraflex Derby and you've got a lot of other good gyms around as
But think
well.
about like if you were to go to Derby now, you'd probably spawn in with, let's say, Jakob at B105. You've got people that come here, you've got people that go to S20 or whatever, you've got people that go to Ultraflex Derby. Like back then it was like you'd see Nath there, you'd see Jamie Johal,
Everybody
you'd
would
see
go
Cuba,
to
obviously, AJ was there.
yeah.
Like I saw Cuba and Meg at Ultraflex North Leeds. And it was like I saw them there and I was like, why the fuck are they there? Like maybe they don't even like it as much to
Yeah.
what the same standards they used to. And I think gyms like,
I think
especially
they were there because kit was getting done.
okay,
I
fair.
think so.
But either way, like there's certain times where like when I spoke to that dude, it was like that was such a cool memory that I'll look back on and think I wouldn't be where I am now if I didn't train at Ultraflex Leeds. Likewise, I probably wouldn't be where I am now if we didn't train at
Yeah.
Ultraflex Rotherham for that 2-3 years. But would
I
I
think
want to go
like
back there? Not really.
nah, I think we wouldn't be where we are now without COVID and without going to Ultraflex Rotherham. Like that will have helped our business. Like
Yeah,
mate,
definitely.
we were busy at that point. Like
Yeah, yeah,
we were
yeah,
doing like probably let's say 8 to 10 check-ins
yeah,
each morning,
yeah,
like
yeah,
going to train,
yeah,
doing training feedback on the way there,
yeah,
on the
yeah,
way back. Like we
yeah,
were busy. Obviously, it's different to now, but like we
yeah,
were still busy.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I wouldn't be like, oh, I miss. I know that if I went now, I'd be like, I'd rather train here.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Right, I'll do one of mine because Finn's got 70 and I've got 3. Right. Does enjoyment in training take you further with bodybuilding than training total ways stimulate? I'm gonna guess. Does enjoyment in training take you further than if you train stimulus?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon so.
That's by Munger the Mammoth.
Really?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, it depends though, because he's saying like that they would be mutually exclusive. They're not
They're not.
necessarily.
No, no,
Like
no, no.
I enjoy getting a really fucking good stimulus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't be like I only enjoy training if I don't get a good stimulus.
Yeah, yeah,
Or I think they can be done together. It's not like you need one or the other.
yeah.
But like I think for a lot of people, they would class enjoyment as like let's say just maybe putting less pressure on numbers or less pressure on the logbook, less pressure on
That's the
total
thing.
set
'Cause I
volume.
like that. Like I
Yeah,
like the
yeah, but
pressure of that.
like I think a lot of people will. I think a lot. If for example, like people that we coach, a lot
Yeah.
of them will be like, oh, sometimes I just want to switch off and enjoy it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They
I get
don't.
that.
They
Yeah.
don't like that pressure.
Yeah.
or they just want to get a pump and not have to do specific exercises,
okay.
that kind of thing.
I think there's like a few sides to it because, like, I remember I've used this example before. One of my favorite sessions when I trained with that Spanish dude in where was I?
Spain.
Lanzarote, yeah, Spain, yeah, Spanish dude in Spain. And we spoke no word of English. I was about 6 weeks post show, and we just pointed at an exercise, did 10 reps, went heavier, 10 reps heavier, 10 reps heavier, and like we trained for literally about 50 minutes to an hour. Both of us wrecked, and it was a 6 session. But not every session. Would I want to train that all the time? Probably not.
Yeah.
And then I also think as well, someone like Mungo, and Mungo, don't take this in the wrong way because I actually really enjoy the fact that I like the fact that you're so passionate at a young age. It's cool to see. But if you were to train how you do now in 10 years, when you've done that for 10 years, you wouldn't enjoy it as much because trust me, your joints would be screaming.
And
Fuck
you
me.
and you've
Why?
done it for 10 years.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it
you
becomes a
become
bit of
rapid.
a,
Like we were doing stuff in lockdown, which was only 4 or 5 years ago, that was objectively, if we were to do it now, stupid, and it was silly. But it was fun and we enjoyed it, and it correlated us to the next week wanting to get better at that. And if it's progression, it's progression. It's going to change you. I can guarantee it. And I think like there's an element where, like today, for example, my leg session, it was if I was to do that leg session in any other phase, I'd be like, what the fuck am I doing? Like 4 sets, massage going in between my sets to get blood flow to my quads, stretching in between every single set, doing sets of 20, 30. It's objectively a bit boring, but I finished the session and I was like, fuck, my quads are fully blown, felt really good. And as a result, that was the best session I can have with my knees.
so you get enjoyment.
And I get enjoyment. And I think it's one of those where, like, as you said, it shouldn't be exclusive between stimulus and enjoyment. Like, it should really be a case of do whatever the fuck you want. And ideally, what you enjoy should correlate to stimulus. And if it doesn't, maybe realign things. But there's certain sessions that we've had where it'll go one way. Certain sessions where today was more so, was it enjoyment? Not really, but I enjoyed it because it was good stimulus.
Yeah.
And it's better than nothing. And we've had also some sessions where we've just gone in and gone, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to deadlift two reps today. I'm going to do a 2 repper. That 340 stiff leg, was that amazing stimulus? No, but it was an 8 plate deadlift. I couldn't care.
You deadlift 8 plates?
Yeah, man. Before I was
Your
injured.
boy.
Yeah, your boy Reece. He deadlifted 8 plates one day, you know, like yeah, man. Good. Back in the day.
I think if you're looking at it in the long term though, and like realistically, like it is a long game in it. If you're not enjoying your training, you probably won't train, and then you won't make much progress. So like, I would just say like do what you enjoy, and if what you enjoy is fucking horrendous, I'm not saying that's Mungo, but let's say it is, and you're not getting any stimulus. If you enjoy it, doesn't really fucking matter. Like at the end of the day, all of us do this as a hobby. Like even if you want to do it fucking at a high level, like it's still a bit of a hobby. Like unless you're literally a top level bodybuilder and you can make a lot of money from it, which is sick. Even then, you still want to enjoy it. Exactly. Like if you don't enjoy it, you won't ever get to that point. Like no, I don't think there's any bodybuilder. Like footballers, there's been footballers that are like, I don't really like football. Yeah, they just got a bit of a gift at football.
Even then, that's probably a bit of a gimmick. You know,
but I don't. Yeah, I know what you mean. But like, there's probably not many bodybuilders that are like, I just don't enjoy bodybuilding. I don't enjoy training. You know, like top bodybuilders. You don't get to that point by not enjoying training.
It's too invasive towards everything you do.
Yeah. Like you can't not enjoy it and be really good at it.
Yeah.
Like simple as that.
Yeah, I agree.
There was a few questions. Well, there was 2.
That's why I think I have so many questions.
No, there was 2 that were the same.
I feel.
What are Reece's shows planned for this year?
Okay.
And then there was one about the gym that was in the same question, but we'll cover that.
Okay. So what shows? We will see. To be fair, it's one of those where I don't want to run the risk of just dieting to diet, like in rush and speed run. I'll compete whenever I'm ready. That's kind of how this year's been. And if my legs aren't good, I won't get on stage. Like that's kind of how it is. I actually do think with how they're looking now, like I actually think I will look all right. Like I think my legs, they're not going to be like, oh my God, your quads are ridiculous. But I think from the side, like if I was to go off, like let's say a PCA British title winning physique, is my upper body to the standard? I think so. I think it is. Would my side leg, so let's say if we were to go pose for pose, I think the only shots that are affected from my injury are a front double, which I've actually been playing around with how I have my leg set up. And if I get my right leg further forward, which is my non-injured leg, you can't really see it. And then I would maybe argue my side chest, but I have to hit my side chest on my left side. But my side leg, I actually think is spot on. I think from the rear, my glutes and hamstrings haven't really eroded my adductors and sound. It's literally just a little bit of outer quad sweep on my left side. But my actual quad now is like pretty fucking damn good. Like I actually look at my legs if they're on their own and I'm like, yeah, they're pretty all right. So to actually stop beating around the bush, I want to do PCA finals. That's weeks this weekend. So I'd have to do a regional show the week before. So that's 7 weeks, which is not a lot of time. But I also have PCA Derby that would be a show where, let's say, for example, I'm not responding at the rate that I'm really happy with. I'd be like, cool, I could just do that show. That's like 3 weeks later, so that's like 10 weeks. But then I also think I want to do a big show. I don't want to just turn up to a random like PC because that's the same day as the.
7 weeks isn't long.
Oh no, it's not. But also, I'm really not that far off. I've been dieting for a good amount of time. Like the second that my like physique drops some water, I'm like, right, I'm pretty close. Like I was 119 this morning. My lowest was 110, and my upper body was pretty much stage condition. It was just my legs were because the lack of muscle. So I reckon I'd probably be on stage like 112, 113. So it was just basically push pretty hard, see where I look in like 2 to 3 weeks, probably fill up a touch, do it again. And if my legs respond and they kind of like retain size, then cool, I'll go on stage. If not, it'll be where maybe I slow things down. I do that Derby show, but I really want to do a big show. And I think just from like a storyline aspect for myself, like this sounds a bit gay and cringy, but like when you can't do something, it really makes you want to do it. It's the same as like, when someone diets and they're like, oh, I've had my final meal and I'm so hungry. It's kind of like that where like I didn't really think like when I competed before, I was obviously doing it for myself, but I was doing it because it was like, this is part of the process of what I've been doing. Where like when I say I'm going to do something, my mind is I'm quite autistic with the fact of like, I want to fucking do it. And I've worked too hard. And I've also as well, in a quite cocky way, I've made more progress than I thought I had through my upper, to the point where I'm like, fuck, I actually am like pretty okay. I look at like the guys, the Conte guys that were here, and I'm like, okay, they're good, but like I'm bigger through the upper by quite some distance. And it almost like I thought if I needed another off season to get to where I wanted to get to, which is like, in my opinion, top end of like a PCA open bodybuilding show class, like if I was to turn up, I'd want to be doing very well in my class, slash probably winning the overall most regional shows. If I was to do the finals, I'd want to be top 1 to 2 to 3. Is my upper body there now? It is. Would I have thought that 6 months ago? I would have thought, I probably need another year, like to be good as an open. Where I'm actually now like probably there, which is almost quite annoying because that means that I'm like, oh, as much as it's time, if I keep my legs and I can bring everything else up to where it needs to be, I'll probably be all right. So we'll see. Is 7 weeks, 8 weeks a lot of time? No, it's not. Is it an orthodox prep? No. To say that I've been dieting since January and I've had like a 4 week period of bringing food up, then a dig, then a 6 week to 7 week period of bringing food up, then a dig again. It's really unorthodox, but I wouldn't have been able to do it the other way. If I had started and thought, okay, 20-week prep, let me somehow try to regrow my legs while also pulling body weight down. So it was like, get the majority of the work done early and then be quite aggressive towards the end if I can have time. And like the annoying thing is because of how my legs were responding really, really well, but I couldn't, like in an ideal world, if I had 10 weeks, I would have pushed again for another 2 to 3 and started pulling back in 2 to 3 weeks. So I'd have even more time to bring my legs back because my legs have been responding at like a very rapid rate. But annoyingly, it's like, well, I don't have the time. So we'll see. But either way, I look at it and think like there's a part of me, every time I compete, I always want to do my best. But like if I can get on stage, will I be able to present a package I'm really happy with? Yeah. And I don't really care how I do. Like it sounds cringy, but like if I can get onto stage, that's kind of a win in itself. And that's such a cringy statement because I hate when people say that. But I also think as well, like being completely honest, will I still do quite well? I'd say so personally. Like I think I'll do quite well. So yeah, that is that. What's your thoughts?
7 weeks isn't long, bro.
No, it's not. Definitely not.
Boy ain't got long.
We ain't got long, guys. Plan tripled, maxed out cardio.
Nah, it's one of them, mate. Depends who you're going to be against and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
if I was you, but again, we don't train together or like, I don't really see your physique and stuff. But if I was you, I'd probably do next year, like early.
But I probably would do that anyway.
Yeah.
That's probably the plan anyway. Like that would be if I do this year with how effectively easy it is when you've got a good amount of muscle. I probably would do early next year anyway because I want it to be like, right, cool. That's me at 80, 90%. Let me do 6 months of actually growing my legs again.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think as well, like I respond well to being that heavy. Like I don't think anything other than a 2 rep max Smith machine press. And even now I'm stronger than I was before. I don't think my body works when I'm like 100 a day plus kilos.
Yeah, you don't need to be.
I think like if I can stay where I'm like pretty fucking lean, like not shredded, but lean, like feel good, look good, and I can
Lean in capitals.
Yeah, it's usually for me it's 267 lean. For you it's like, is it like 175 lean or
that's 200 lean.
200 lean? Okay, yeah. Fair enough. So yeah, but either way, we'll see. So like I said, it's one of those, and also as well, worst case scenario, my legs don't respond, and but I can get pretty fucking peeled, and then have a really good set point to go from there. And I've ticked off something in my mind where I'm like, right, cool, maybe not now, but in May or something for PC Universe. So we'll see. There's no pressure. No, that's the way I view it, which is cool. Yeah.
Should we go to a really serious question?
Really serious question. Yeah.
Never have to do one again.
Okay.
Pissing, shitting, or sneezing.
Oh, said to me this any other week than this week, I'd be like not sneezing, but now I'd be like sneezing, I'd be sneezing loads.
You
Pissing.
don't in normal life, you don't sneeze enough for it to be a
No,
problem.
that's what I mean. The last
And I
week,
quite
I'd
like
say,
a satisfying sneeze.
satisfying sneeze. Oh, I love a satisfying shit. You know, a big shit. There you are. Oh, fuck yeah, bro. Amazing.
But also like pissing when you're dieting.
Oh, so
It's
annoying.
all the
Yeah,
time.
I go to the toilet even now like 2, 3 times a
I
night.
think
So I just hate
pissing.
pissing.
I'd be so
Yeah.
much more efficient in my life.
Yeah, yeah, definitely pissing. Jealous for the guys at the piss bags. Used to be a guy called Bernard Farnell.
Jealous, yeah.
Yeah, there used to be a teacher called Bernard Farnell.
Shout out Bernard if you listen.
Yeah, shout out Bernard. If you called him Bernard, he kicked you out because for some reason he didn't like his first
Yeah,
name.
you're not allowed to call
And,
teachers by first.
no, and he had a piss bag, and yeah,
You
people.
call him piss bag Bernard.
No. People would just be like, "Oh, it stinks of piss at him." Like, is that bag leaking? And he get kicked out. Honestly, people are horrible to Bernard. Like,
Oh,
yeah, poor Bernard, poor Beanard. Honestly. So yeah, yeah, jealous of the people with piss bags. Imagine just being like, "Here, just pissing."
yeah, I do
You know,
need a piss.
Miss midway through check-ins, just I don't like what's that? Oh, I'm not spilling water, no rush pissing.
Yeah.
Consult call. Oh, mate, you dropping any water now, man? Just pissing.
I just need piss.
No, do you piss? They're looking at like, you got a piss bag.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Right. Is it possible to stall in a gaining phase with cows that helped you gain weight in the past?
Yes.
False, bro.
Let's move on.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah, just increase your food.
Prep advice on how to control food cravings. Retrosutide, bro.
Yeah.
Ozempic, Manjaro.
That's all you need now.
Yeah. Is that? Do you know? Is that natural? Like, can you take that and compete naturally?
As far as I'm aware, it's not been banned yet.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, especially retrosutide, because that's like the one that is the only one.
They'll get banned
bodybuilding
soon, though, won't they? And then
Yeah.
it'll be like where people will fail polygraph tests because they'll have taken it before, you know what I mean, before it was banned and all that shit.
Yeah.
I think with a lot of stuff like that, I think just if you're wanting to be natural and compete naturally and maybe do it for a while, like just be careful with stuff
Have you
like
heard
that.
about like the mitochondria, like sort of peptides that are coming out? So like MOXIE, NAD plus, and stuff like that. So obviously mitochondria, the power of the cell.
Yeah.
So remember that? Like they've done like GCSE.
What, is that what you learned? Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah.
Is that what they told you? The power of the cell.
I'm pretty sure something about that. Why have you not been told that?
I don't remember it being called that. No.
I remember something about power of the cell or something. It was like anyway, mitochondria. There's a lot of peptides nowadays that are coming out. So MOXIE, SLUPP 332, but that's more of a fat burner. NAD plus, I'm trying to think of the top man as well. GAKCP, which is more so for skin and hair. And there's a lot of other things that basically just make your mitochondria like more efficient. So like for like probably us, probably not too beneficial. But you know, if you're like in your 30s, you've lived a bit of a shit life. Basically, just like optimizes where things are, and even if you're not, it optimizes where things are. So you could look upon that and leverage it with like BPC, TB500, all that sort of stuff, and have this like technically like natty stack, but you're recovering at a faster rate, you're burning body fat, you're utilizing injectable carnitine, which is increasing fat lipolysis, and like all of that basically just puts you into this position where it's like you are legitimately enhanced in every single facet, but your androgens are normal, so you're not enhanced, which is fucking stupid. You're taking, let's say,
really get.
Reta. You know, like retrosutide, like is scarily gonna take over, like how like good it is. It's basically a miracle drug for what you're needing to do towards physique development, and it just makes everything easier. So appetite suppression helps with insulin sensitivity, also slows down fat, like how food goes through the stomach. So you can eat 3 meals with like 20 grams of fat in each and feel full. And then because of that, it also you don't go hypo because it slows down how fast you're taking those nutrients. So insulin sensitivities increase, which usually correlates with hypos. You don't get that. So it's like there's a lot of it where it's like Jesus Christ, like you're taking these things, which again I think is fucking silly, you know, the natural bodybuilding, but you're literally making like you're turning the difficulty from hard to like legitimate, like easy.
But I know what you mean, but I don't think it won't be the case where it's like
Not at the elite level, because like let's say for example, like someone like Keithy West, AJ, they don't need fucking shit like that. But I more mean in the way of like, you know, the beginners. Like, you know, Amy, so my Amy, my Amy, yeah, now my Amy. Her first prep, she was coached by her ex-boyfriend, and she was on Ozempic, T3, T4, like literally out the gate, like thyroid. Oh yeah, well you need thyroid. Ozempic, 100% appetite suppression, and like if I was to look at her stack in comparison, so bear in mind obviously how good she was last year, it was like 10% what she was using, and she was a first-time bikini girl who didn't really even get into shape. And it's like there is obviously an element where you take too much and there's a bit of spillover, but I more mean it in the way of like it will become the norm of like first timers taking a boatload of shit. And like those mitochondria stuff, for like, let's say, Abster, who's in her 50s, slept for 5 hours for the last 10 years, like per night, it's probably like, you know what, it actually probably makes sense. But the bodybuilding side of things is like, let me just make it easy. Let me take this. And that's the scary
That's what
side.
I don't like about it.
No,
Like,
that's the scary side of enhanced bodybuilding, but especially like the fact that these are natural.
that's what I mean. Like, I feel like
you know,
a lot of natural bodybuilders,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say natural bodybuilders. I feel like people who are like new to bodybuilding and natural
yeah.
are looking for all these things.
Oh, I saw somebody put like injectable. Was it Jake Byers injectable carnosine? Like I saw that pop up, and
Which
it's
is
like
fine. Like,
fair enough, but
take what you want.
yeah, do what the fuck you want. But Jake, well, you don't need to be injecting yourself, bro. Like, that's kind of like,
in
my opinion.
I just find it strange that it's so normalized now.
Yeah.
Shay takes injectable carnosine.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Can I take it?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, you can do, mate. It's fine. Like, if you want to, go for it." But I wouldn't want to
Do you
do
not
it.
think that's the taboo nature of injecting? Because you could argue a B12 injection and heroin is injected, both of them, but they're completely different things. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that
if
injecting
yourself is.
But if you were to view it and go, the administration of getting these in your body, a B12 injection, your fucking grandma probably has had. Do you know, like heroin's a bit different.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the injecting is the bad.
No, but I think there is probably that sort of like if Jake was taking L-carnitine and it was Shay was taking L-carnitine or Jake to L-carnitine in an oral form, and it helped and it increased fat lipolysis and it made you feel better and you got better pumps. If he was like, "Hey, bro, can I take some L-carnitine?" You'd probably be like, "Yeah, man." You wouldn't even have that.
Well, it's like creatine, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's
like
where it's so
in
tricky.
20 years, injectable L-carnitine might be like creatine, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
what, you're not doing that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But then it also might not be. It might be banned in
Yeah.
5 years or
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
Like, and it wouldn't surprise me
Yeah.
because a lot of things are banned in large amounts.
Yeah.
Like,
especially from like a performance.
yeah, a lot of natural substances are banned if you're taking too much of them.
Well, caffeine
in
is
an
been
injectable standpoint. Like,
I think 100%. I've used L-carnitine. I've used a lot of it. Like there is 100% of performance enhancing effect when it comes to in a prep, in a diet, how it makes you feel, how the energy output is, fat lipolysis, pumps, blood flow, etc. Like even the localized inflammation from injecting. Like if you were to, let's say, inject your delts for 3 months, spam laterals after you do them, the localized inflammation, the pump you get will be better, but you genuinely have a round of set of delts. And it's like there's certain parts of me that's like that's not even then only performance enhancing, but it's cosmetic enhancing, which you could then argue
natural.
No, you can argue something like Metaform, hyaluronic acid. That is not androgenic. That's not a like you. That will literally volumize a muscle lip fat. Like you know what girls put in their lips. Guys will do that in their fucking arms or whatever in their delts. Hadi Chupam's doing it in his delts. Like you don't get marked down for that. Obviously, if you do, if it's noticeable, but like you could do that naturally. It's not the bottom on a drug test, but you then have a real round set of delts.
Natural, is it?
No, of course not. So it's really hard. That's why it's like I feel like it's either all or nothing. You know what I mean? It's like it's almost in a sense. Like, I remember watching. This is so off the topic. So sorry, guys. This is what happens when we don't do a podcast for fucking months. But there was an iDubbbz video, YouTuber, and he was a white guy, and he used the N word in the video, and he was like, "I don't get how this word isn't allowed, but all of these other words are. It's either all of them allowed or none of them are allowed. There's no in between." And like, and he was saying it freely, and like, that's not me saying I'm pro fucking white guy saying the N word and shit like that. But like, when you actually do break it down, there is almost an element where it's like. There is almost a part where like natural bodybuilding should be like legitimately like there's nothing like
I know what you mean, but then it's like there's always going to be a line, isn't there?
Yeah,
like it is difficult. I just think for me, I just find it weird that like, and it's probably me not being that arsed in terms of like trying to optimize everything.
Yeah,
I just think like realistically, like, and I get it, those 1% they add up, but I also just think like. Is it really worth like in my opinion like injecting myself or having to like obsess over those 1%? That just would it for me be more detrimental than it is positive. Like I wouldn't be like, oh, this is really benefited me. Like I don't in most circumstances I think I'd be like, what am I doing? Like
bearing in mind, like obviously I've got more experience. I've used all of them basically. If I was natural again, and I had all the experience and I was competing naturally. And let's say I was like, I don't know, somehow I've just got all the experience and I've just natural again. Would I take injectable carnitine? I wouldn't. I could be like, fuck that. I don't want to inject myself. Would I take your himbine? I wouldn't. I would be like, no, fuck that. Would I be taking maybe BPC and TB500 if it's aligned with like passing drug tests and it's allowed within the federation I'm competing in? I've got injuries for a wellness and general health. I would. That'd be the only thing. Like, just because I'd be like, I want to train good. I don't want my elbows to be fucking pissed off at me. But everything else, like the things that these guys are doing to increase this extra couple percent, like your Himbine, I think is the worst thing in the entire world. Like, it does fuck all. Like, there's no benefit to it. Like, an injectable carnitine, it definitely does help, but I would, in my head, the slight taboo nature of injecting myself, but also it's like, if I'm going to inject myself, I'd want to get the most out of it. I'd want to actually get something out of it.
That's what I feel like. If you're going to inject yourself, I'd want, and again, like Jake, Shay, loads of other people that do it, they might be like, well, I'm going to go enhance in the future.
Yeah, maybe.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I get that. But like for me, I just couldn't be asked
No.
injecting myself. Like, I don't know how you do it every fucking day. Like, or
most,
most, like, ball ache, mate.
Oh, mate, no, genuinely, that's the shit thing about it. That's bodybuilding. Like, for me to regrow my legs and stuff, like, if I was to write up a protocol of everything I've done, it's like 7 or 8 shots before I'm training legs. Like, it's like the half an hour to 45-minute regime. Mix that in with massage work, compression boots before, massage gun on the day, fast acting, slow acting insulin, carbohydrates that have literally been like drip fed around my workout window to the best of my ability. Like, it's so extra that's like the only reason why I'm doing it is because I'm like, I need to improve my legs. But would I do that to add half an inch to my biceps? I'm sorry, I can wait. I can train my arms a little bit longer. I can do an extra 5 sets every couple
I
of
also
weeks.
think even all of that, like bodybuilding, isn't that important to me or to most people to do
but
that.
to some, they would view that and think, well, why are you not doing that every day? Like, some people genuinely were like, they wouldn't be busy enough because they've got like they're bodybuilding everything. Where they're like, well, if you're doing that for your quads, why are you not doing that all for your back and your chest and your arms? And it's like,
why are you putting the compression boots on your back?
No, I'm more meaning the way of like fucking like
laying down on
localized shots and stuff like that, like to every body part before you train. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good fucking question.
It is a good topic. I feel like it's like you could talk about it all day.
Yeah.
Like, and there's no right or wrong. Like, I completely get why people want to do it.
Yeah.
But I just could not be asked. And that is literally my main answer is like, why don't you do it? Because I don't want to and I can't be asked.
That's fine.
Like,
there's not sometimes there doesn't need to always be a rationale.
No, that's like, my rationale is I don't really have the time to do it.
It's like,
and I wouldn't want.
Obviously, I know
it doesn't give me that much sort of positive to.
Well, it's like let's say for example, Jake's reel. There was like a list at the bottom of like why he's doing it, and it's like, I know obviously it's from an education standpoint, but there's also an element of like, you just want to do it, cool.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Like, I know obviously again, I don't think it's good coaching wise being like, I'm doing this because I want to. That's, you know what I mean? Because but I think there's certain elements where it's like, you are like, it's your body. You're free to do literally whatever the fuck you want. You know, that's again the unfortunate aspect of enhanced bodybuilding. There is nothing stopping me tonight going, you know what, if I'm competing this year, why don't I just take 5 times the clen? Why don't I just go and do 500 milligrams of tren and 2 grams of test? Well, there's a lot of reasons why, but would I do better on stage? Potentially. You know, but that's like
that's how people end up taking it too far.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, yeah, exactly. And there's a certain limit, but it's like, it's all relative to what it's worth for you. It's the same as like, let's say business wise. I guarantee there's going to be some guys out there that are literally like not sleeping tonight because they're like, I gotta fucking grind.
Yeah.
You know, where like to us, as much as we work fucking hard and we work harder than most, we're like, well, I want to feel good in the gym tomorrow. I want to sleep. Yeah. Where some people would be like, fuck going to the gym. I'm going to fucking work and I'm going to be a millionaire by the time I'm 30. Which is sick, cool, do what the fuck you want. But that's your life. Yeah. I'd rather feel good and like maybe it takes me a few more years. Yeah. And likewise in physique development, I will push myself as much as I can, but there's a limit, you know?
I just think as well, it wouldn't surprise me if in like years to come within natural bodybuilding, like a lot of things that people are maybe doing now are classed as like being banned.
100% the mitochondria stuff and like the GLPs, like
even L-carnitine at a certain dose. I honestly think it'll be like so. that is classed.
I think how much L-carnitine can have serum in your body, because obviously like the same amount injectable in comparison to oral is very different bioavailability wise. So it would be like similar to like caffeine. I think caffeine over 500 milligrams is banned in the Olympics. I think it's 500 milligrams. I'm pretty sure. Which is crazy because like
we've been taking like loads of pre before you go up on stage and then like doing a drug test and you get back.
Yeah. I don't think that's like the same test, but regardless. But it'd be like, in my opinion, like anywhere L-carnitine over like 200 milligrams injected is definitely like over a long period of time, especially within a diet, not really off season diet wise. I'd be like, I'd say it's performance person. So yeah.
It's good actually. It was very satisfying.
Was it? Oh mate, I thought you said you didn't want to go for a piss.
I needed it more, and I didn't need a sneeze or a shit.
Oh,
So
okay. I just sneezed a
it
shout.
was what was I was going at the same time. Yeah.
Imagine I like paused it. Just a shit there. Great. You know when I went to watch Drake in Birmingham? I went.
Shut on the floor.
No, I went for a piss.
Shut yourself.
No, I went for a piss actually. And sneezed and shut at the same time. I went for a piss down this little like alleyway, and I looked to the side, and literally there was a human turd, like a human shit,
Yeah.
like an actual human shit, and then a pack of needles next to the shit. And I just literally laughed, I was like, just burning a minute. Like I wasn't surprised, like, oh, what the fuck? I was like,
Yeah.
just burning, like literally pack of needles, shit.
Take the needles.
No, unfortunately not. No, they weren't instantly like that. They were the blues. I was like, fuck that. I don't know what clearly don't know what they're doing. I was like, they need to watch some reels on fucking how to inject themselves.
All right. I've got way too many questions to go through them all.
All right. Well, I think I got one more, but it was shit. I'm sorry, whoever asked it, but it was. Yeah, it wasn't shit. Best PD stack you ever run, but this is half natural, so half natty. It's half natty podcast. What's the best deck ever run for creatine?
We should call
The
it.
big
Yeah.
threes. Yeah, the half natty podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon there's
Creatine.
surely a podcast already called that.
Yeah, I imagine so. Well, half natty is like people joke about half natty. Like my ogres, half natty lighting was like half natty podcast. That would actually be a good name to be fair. Why didn't we think of that?
Not as good as that.
Yeah, but you can have like like a pill and then a cut and then like a grass, like a little leaf emoji. That would have been a sick little like emblem. So imagine a pill with like it leads into a leaf. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, admin man on that.
Do you actually kind of
I can visualize it, mate. Yeah.
Do you know Painkiller on Call of Duty, like the little logo?
Yeah.
Do you actually know
So half of that.
Yeah, half of that.
Yeah, I can see it, mate.
Great. Cheers.
I can see the vision, all right?
Thanks. Right, come on, finish
absolute quick fire.
Yeah.
Early morning or late night training?
Oh, early morning.
Yeah, early morning if I had to choose out of the two. Chalk, straps, or raw dog it? Chalk and straps.
And raw dog.
And raw dog it at the same time.
Defo straps, but straps and chalk. I feel like why wouldn't you use chalk if you... I wouldn't use chalk on everything.
I can't. I'm not using chalk. It's not natural.
Ah, great.
I don't know why I'd even want it.
The liquid chalk is processed. I only use proper chalk.
I use actual chalk.
I can't use liquid chalk. It's too processed. It's not straightforward.
Favorite muscle group to train?
So who's that?
I know, mate.
Who was asking?
Rosh Thomas, whoever that is.
Block him right now. Fuck him. No, we're not answering
that. Chest. Is it worth doing a fist timer show?
A fist timer show. I was going to say, I know somebody who would be good at a fist timer show, female. Oh god, I need to tell you something actually about
the winner of the fist timer show.
Finn, pause the podcast.
No, you won't forget because I've got to tell you the thing last week that I said about
about Sarah's dad.
Yeah,
Sarah's dad. I said to her, I was like, what was this about? And then she was kind of like joking. I don't think she's being serious.
It's pretty serious to me, mate.
Crying when she told me. Dave, hang around. Don't fucking die, please. Hang around.
Is it worth doing a fist timer show / class or jump straight into your category?
Jump straight into your category?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like
that's what he put. Basically, I think he's coached by Josh. Yeah, it's Will. I'm sure he is.
Josh
Campbell.
Okay. Will, what's the name?
Rabbi. He's the guy who at Arnold's.
Yeah.
When he was like, I fucking love reels. And he was like saying it to you, and I was like, mate, I made that joke.
Yeah, but I'm the main guy.
No, you're not. I'm the one that makes all the funny things from it. Anything that's ever come out of this podcast that's funny.
And I'm somehow funny. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Mate, that's wild.
You ask anybody who's funny out of me and you. Apart from like your clients who have probably got a horrendous sense of humour.
I think this is like deluded.
Mate.
This is like so far off. I feel like everyone's just like, fuck. Like everyone who's watching this is just like
rolling their eyes at you.
I think of you, bro.
Honestly. They are, mate.
You don't know?
No, I really don't think they are.
Okay.
I feel like any joke I make, it just goes over your head, and then everyone else is laughing at you.
Right now, definitely. That's what happens when you take PDs.
Yeah,
brain cells in the bin, bro.
They were in the bin before, mate.
Anyway, what was the question?
I would do a first timers show. I wish I had done a first timers class or first timers show. To be fair, because I wouldn't have got raped by David.
I disagree. I think you shouldn't. I think they should get rid of the first timers class personally, unless it's
just do the show.
No, like I think first timer shows PCA but PCA first timer classes are stupid because there's
everybody could just do the first time show.
Yeah. I think like unless it's like a UK FBA where there's only like there's not a first timers like main show. Like obviously WNBF have first timers. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, they do actually. But like you know how like the September one, like they Julian for example did first timers and then did juniors. Like the first timers class, if there's a first timers show, sack it off and shit. It doesn't make sense.
I think like PCA Naturals don't have a first timers show, but they have a first timers class, which I think makes sense.
But I think next year they probably will.
They probably will have a Naturals first timers, in which case then don't put the first timers class in.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I'd say because I remember being at the show that Aaron won. And there was a first timers show the week later, or maybe 2 or 3 weeks before, and two first timers came out, and like one was all right, pretty good, and the other one was a bit average. And I said to Abstar, I was like, this is so sad because like that guy probably still wins if he did a first timer show, definitely in the top 3. That guy probably is like maybe 5th or 6th, but he's at least beating a few guys because the standard of the class is probably going to
but he's only against one of the guys.
He's only against one of the guys, so he's going to do one class, his first ever show against one of the dude. No, they wouldn't even look at it because he's a lot worse.
Yeah,
and then it's just like, cool, your show's done. When a first timer show, there's like a lot of different standards.
They're a lot busier. The first timer shows are sick.
No, the first timer shows are good, but I just think the first timer classes are poor. So yeah, I would say if you're a first timer, do a first timer show, unless like you're going to like. So for example, I've got Conroy this year. You know Conroy, classic dude, really, really, really good. This wasn't even really a prep for us. It was just going to be reset, see where you're at, and then both were like, yeah, fuck it. He's a first timer, but he's not doing a first timer show, but he's doing PCA finals. And I was like, well, you're going to be up against guys who aren't first timers. And realistically, for Conroy and his potential is a lot higher than just PCA. Like he'll probably be down the Two Bros NPC route, and I imagine like he'd be really fucking good because he's very good now. So it's like I said to him, it's like one of those where if you turned up at a first timer show, if you magically could, it'd be like it's a bit not unfair because you don't know, but it's like just do a normal show and you'd be sound. And would we have done a first timers if we knew? Probably. But there's certain guys where it's like you're good enough to be doing a finals and did pretty well. Like I didn't need to do first timers considering I got second at finals. But the first time, I didn't even know that finals existed. Yeah, no chance. I won Fitex as well. Oh, Fitex win.
Do we class Fitex? Yeah. I don't class my Fitex win.
Yeah, it was So I got Two Bros win. It's Stack Glass, bro.
Oh, on your own.
Yeah, it's Stack Glass.
So you've only ever won. I was like, you only ever won Mission your chest. No, getting you back up. You want to go?
I have no, but that's
you all you want to go.
Like, mate, your only win on the day is literally men's physique, bro. You do more shows than me. That's awful, mate.
It doesn't matter if you win on the day. It's irrelevant.
Okay, so Sandeep's win. So Sandeep today, I didn't win really. That's what he said. He was like, I need to win on the day. That's what he was like. Meanwhile, Finn, British title, that. Still got beat by a guy on the day, but British title, standard class shit. Like your UK FBA, mate, 100%. Your UK FBA class was a lot better. Like in the sense of like your result there was better than
it was 100%.
Like WNBF show was shit. Like, that was like when we watched George beat that guy who said, "Yeah, buddy," you know, like you can.
It wasn't that bad.
It was bad though. Like, I remember when George won that, and it was Stud of the North or whatever,
King of the
North. Yeah. And we were like, yeah, but. Class shit.
You literally beat one guy.
Yeah, you beat 2 guys, and both of them were like 45.
Awful.
Yeah, awful. What guys? Yeah, buddy, we turned around and both muscular. Right, next question.
How to structure a men's physique split if I can train 4 days on, off, off.
A pull or push pull.
Yeah, get at least one leg day.
Yeah,
that works.
Yeah.
Have either of you ever been to a rave?
No. Sanaya has. Shaq George Osborne.
Yeah, Sanaya and George Osborne had sex at a rave.
Did we ever say this on the podcast? Basically,
Sanaya's a slag.
Yeah.
And she fucked George Osborne.
Don't say that about my girlfriend, bro. Don't say that about my girlfriend, bro.
You'd be a wife by now, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, but that's not what I said, isn't it? Wait till he starts to decline and then.
You're scared of asking the dad for his blessing.
I don't think I've asked, to be fair.
Because you're a rude cunt.
Yeah.
You haven't even asked you to be your girlfriend yet.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. I've not had a father figure to tell me this sort of stuff, so I don't know. Yeah, I know.
I am basically your dad. I'm telling you all these things.
Right.
And you don't listen to me.
No, I don't. So,
I don't.
So I went to a rave 2021. We'd been together for like basically since the start of the year, but we weren't actually together really till like
ever.
Yeah, we were together actually. We weren't really like proper like boyfriend and girlfriend way after prep. And so I went to this rave that she planned with her like best mate at the time, still probably best mate now. And she got a photo. There was a photo. George was like 2 people aside her.
George was next to her.
She was. No.
Mate, why would we have made the joke?
No,
George
why
was-
did we? Why did you make the joke?
I'm sure they would. No, you would love the joke. You were
Yeah,
all over
I
it.
thought it was hilarious.
I'm sure her and George were like this.
Yeah, either way, there was a photo of all of them. There was like probably what, like 10 of them or whatever. Like there's two of them. It's just
Like 6.
yeah, and George was like either next to or like they weren't. I don't think they were like.
I think there was contact.
Yeah, there might have been like an arm around.
Oh, I reckon there was contact.
And Sanaya, no, they uploaded this photo, or George might have uploaded this photo. Me and Finn were on the treadmills in Evo. The Finn was to the left side of it. I remember it so well.
I don't remember it that well.
It was December like 28, 29. It was like close to New Year's. And Finn just goes to me randomly. What would you do if George just fucked your girlfriend? Like just randomly. Like, we're literally about to get into the session. Like, what would you do if George like shagged your missus? Like at that rave. And I just started like uncontrollably laughing. He was like, "Yeah, just imagine George like hanging out the back of it."
Was it the photo? Was it the photo? Because I had the photo.
Yeah. And you just like showed me it, and I just went, "Yeah." She went to a rave. What did you do? George was like proper. Like, she like.
And what did you do?
And I remember saying like it would actually be like really funny. Like it's a weird way. I think like this is the thing. Like I don't really take things too literal. If it actually happened, I perceive things differently.
I don't think you would though. You'd laugh at him with
yeah,
fuck off. What are you doing?
But I just think like if she came back and was like, I slept with George, that would be like so funny. Like I feel like I just like start uncontrollably laughing, and I'd be like, right, get your shit over. I would literally be like, oh my god. Like I don't think it would even set in. I would literally be like, this is hilarious. Like George Osborne shagged my girlfriend. Great. Cheers, guys. Like it wouldn't, because I feel like certain people you can't even get angry with. And that's not even like an insult. That's actually like, I would just literally be like, oh my God.
It's like if it was AJ or like anybody in the, I feel like if there's certain people in the bodybuilding industry, I'd be like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like AJ Morris. Like
that's nothing against that person. It's just because they've got a persona.
I know.
Because of the YouTube.
Yeah. Like, I just feel like I'd be really like, there's certain people, if you don't know, you'd be a bit more like, what the fuck?
Yeah. If it was somebody that you kind of know, but not a lot.
Yeah, but when
it's someone like you kind of,
you kind of know who they are. I'd be like, because this is obviously when George was like peak Georgie boy, like stuff like that. Before he like kind of became a bit more flat in the sense, I'm monotone. So this is when George was like over the top in every single way. So me imagining that was, I'd be like, fucking hell, like, that's class. So yeah, George, get back to us. You please. I mean, Sanaya literally, we had counselling. She promised, she swore, lie detector test, polygraph test, all that sort of stuff. Came out like a month ago. She randomly took out Listerine. Don't know why. Like, yeah.
Oh, really?
That was different. That was a different test. Fuck. Sorry, PCA, different test. We're sending a different sample back. Oh, this podcast is great.
This is a long podcast.
Yeah, this isn't it. How many more questions have we got?
Too many because I'm so popular.
Any good ones?
Have you been to a rave?
Yeah.
Best split.
Would you ever go to a rave?
That's not my thing.
Couldn't imagine anything worse. Like, genuinely.
Not my thing.
I remember Sanaa went to one, didn't get shagged with George's this time. This was another one.
Who dicked this time?
No one. And they were like, "Where's Reece? Where's?" And then she like FaceTime, like, "These boys know you." And I was just like, "You can't hear anything." And she messaged me like FaceTime me, and she was like, and I was just like, "Just looks so bad.
Yeah.
It looks like the worst thing imaginable.
Yeah.
Like it's for some.
That's what I think, mate. Yeah. Not a lot of people think that though. Like we're different. We're the weird ones.
It looks awful. It looks so bad. Like standing around muddy field, like doing drugs or whatever, or people drunk, loud music, people bumping into me. Like I'd literally after the first shoulder barge, I'd be like, fuck this.
Mate, like it's like on a night out, people bumping into you, people trying to talk to you and spitting in your face, spitting in your ear, shouting so loud. You don't even know who they are. It's like I go to a nice bar and chill with your mates or something. Night out,
go play pool,
like a rave,
darts or whatever. Like have a nice night, go and get some food, head back. Even like fucking play some FIFA or whatever, like that. I get that, but like like the classic, you stood outside and like there's someone you kind of know from somebody, and they're like shouting at you,
or you're in a queue for half an hour to get into an ice.
It's like no matter how drunk I am, leave me alone.
I won't enjoy it.
I don't want to talk to you. Like I don't want to know who you are. I don't want to be like, oh, how long have you been out here, bro? Fuck off. Like you're with your friends, or if you're not, leave me alone.
Yeah, I don't think like there's a certain amount of drunk I can be to enjoy that.
No.
Like I've been out with my mates where we're like when we went to York, like, that was a good laugh. But it wasn't like boom, boom, loud and just fucking too much. Like
definitely.
And even just like when people are so drunk that they're just out of control.
Yeah.
Or off their face that they're out of control.
Yeah.
It's like
it's embarrassing. It's like
I can't think of anything.
I remember from a young age, like even when like drinking's like not cool but kind of cool because it's new. I remember being like around people like that, like 16, 17, thinking like this is not this is not normal. Like this is like you're enjoying it.
That's what people do, and then they just get into it, and it's just what they do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I only train lower or only train upper ever forever?
If I was 100% fresh, like no injuries, I'd say like that because I think lower sessions are a bit more fun. And there's more exercises. You
Yeah.
could maybe do like a hinge. But that being said, if you could just do upper and just like spam rows and Smith press, I mean that's
If I
quite
do
fun as
upper,
well.
can I do like a full body movement?
No. So let's say
Like
lower.
a clean and jerk.
Nah, nah. Let's say lower is a full leg session with hinges. Okay. So like you can do that. So like you can do any
Lower
split.
then.
Yeah,
You'd be
lower.
able to keep your upper body more. I feel like you'd be able to hold on
Oh,
to
you thinking
more upper
about
body
that?
tissue.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking more so like enjoyment. Like, what would you prefer? You know?
If I'm just thinking of enjoyment, I probably would prefer upper. But then
Really? Okay.
I think in the session, I prefer upper more. But after the session, I prefer lower more. You know what I
Okay.
mean? That feeling after legs.
Yeah,
Where
I
you're
get
like,
that. Yeah, 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 yeah. I get that. Yeah.
and then there were just other things about like how to remove sets stuff.
Really.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if you agree. Questions, especially when I do them on like when I actually get some questions. Cheers, guys. The
I think we
standard,
need to be more
maybe we're
selective.
getting old or whatever, and we're becoming haters. But you know, like the stupid questions, they're increasing to the point where it's like this is really concerning. Like the IQ of the average lifter is going
What do you
down.
mean stupid questions in terms of not like
No, like you know, just like
have you
questions
ever
of
been
like
to a
what
vape? You mean like
your missus ever been chat about
the
something like that. Like, do you like saying the N word instead of other words?
they're
Stuff
the
like
good
that. Yeah,
questions.
they're the good questions. Though. You know, like the 3 years ago, it was more so like questions, in my opinion, about like how to actually grow muscle, how to train hard, what to do before a set mentally. Where now it's like, what's the max volume I can recover from?
Yeah,
You know, I
probably
feel
has
like it's
changed a bit.
very, and it's a little bit more like, I'm not saying IQ lower, it's probably if anything IQ higher because the amount of information is so much more readily available. So people's baseline intelligence is actually higher, but their physiques are worse because they're getting into it. Because
Yeah.
the people that knew the shit when we were getting into it
I would
already
hate to get into
applied
bodybuilding.
themselves. Yeah. I was saying yesterday to Sanaya, you know Jermaine Slothy.
Yeah.
Sanaya had a consult call with Maddie, a girl that I used to coach, and she was coached by Jermaine. She said on the consult call, yeah, Reece knows Jermaine, and I've never mentioned Jermaine. And she was like, do you know Jermaine? I was like, yeah, of course I know Jermaine. And I said, like, Jermaine
How
came,
many times are you saying Jermaine?
love Jermaine. But I said, like, Jermaine came into this
Your ass.
came into Sanaya probably to all the stuff we joked about this podcast. Same sort of time as us, where it was like, you know, like I feel like we were quite lucky, as much as there was like Piad and his gimps, you know, like those lot. Like, you know, like, but you know, 2018, 2019, 2020 had like Jack Richardson, me, you in a sense. AJ was obviously already quite established, but he was like a bit ahead, but he was kind of still new. You had Kess, you had Josh Croggan, who was already competing, doing quite well. Kess obviously had great potential. You had Tim, who was obviously quite passionate, not the best bodybuilder, sorry, Tim, but like he was passionate about bodybuilding. You had Jermaine, love Jermaine. Jermaine said it. Do you know? Have you seen the guy that says on the interviews, like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? The interview, the football guy said, do you know what I mean? Said, do you know what I mean? Like 21 times in 47 seconds. And he said it 4 times
What,
in
it was a
4 seconds
footballer?
interview. And he was like, yeah. So imagine like how just in the game went, yeah, you know what I mean? You know, when you play well, do you know what I mean? Like, we do well, you score a goal, you know what I mean? You know, when it was, I'll show you, it was so bad. It was like someone's like, put him up, like, I'll give you 100 quid every time you see you. Know so, yeah.
Lighted them like that.
Yeah, it was
funny stuff like that is
yeah,
class,
it was really, really good.
we should do that whenever we next compete, if ever. We should do it. Like if we get like a PCA, 100%. WMBF, if I'm on like an interview, we'll do something like you've got to slip this word in this many times, or like these songs from this band, you've got to fit them in.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, do you know what I mean? So Reece, what do you think about the first place high? You know, after a leg injury, you know what I mean? It's really good. The only interview if you went.
Oh well, you won't get one.
I hope so, man. Some of the shows I'm doing PCA Derby back in the year. No one's competing at that place. Gonna fly off to like PCA better looks, but like it's like 4 people in the class and everyone gets pro cards. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, Jermaine, love Jermaine. But like that sort of era of like people kind of getting into it, same sort of age, where like maybe that's the modern day, I don't know, the kids that are getting into it now, maybe it'll apply with us. But I feel like we were all just like, we'd already at that point, but let's say me, you, Tim, Jermaine, like Kess, Josh Croggan, AJ, Jack Thorburn, like Keefe to a certain extent, like we've all trained at that point for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. So we'd already kind of like
we weren't making like a fitness Instagram.
Yeah, like we were just posting our training. We were just,
yeah, we'd already been a few years in.
Like at that point, like if we were to skip back, I probably had a better physique naturally when in 2018, 2019 than most of these people nowadays that are getting into coaching and stuff like that. Josh Croggan was doing really well competing. Kes looked really good. He had a great potential. Thorburn had already competed a few times. You know what I mean? Like there'd already been like that element of like we were getting into it. And that's not to say we're like gatekeeping it nowadays, but like we were doing it because we'd already skimmed through the bullshit. We'd already done stupid fucking sessions. I guarantee Tim and that had probably done some stupid fucking shit and got this doesn't work. Where nowadays, I feel like the 16 to 20-year-old lifters are like immediately like, right, cool, whatever my name is, let's put fit afterwards, let's put online coach. No, you know what I mean? It's like there's
I
almost
think
an
as well,
element
it's
where
more
like
so like
it's not natural in regards to the progression. Like
the main thing is like people. The main issue is everybody like almost preaching things.
yeah,
Like we don't, at least I don't feel like I do. I don't
no,
preach things.
no,
I don't say this is the only way.
no,
Like it isn't. You know what I mean? Like if you want to train like a certain way,
yeah,
I don't fucking care. If you enjoy it and you can progress it, sick.
yeah,
Do what you want. Like I have clients who train a bit differently to others. Not
yeah.
all my clients train the exact same because it doesn't
No,
work for absolutely everybody. Like it's not just like one
that's
rule fits all. Like
that was mentioned on that podcast. You know that lactic added loop.
yeah,
I was on that, and they said like about my training philosophy, and they were like, "Oh, it's quite refreshing because like you know your stuff like really well, but also you don't go away from the basics." And I was like, "But that's how it should be." Like,
yeah.
sorry, like I don't know, I didn't want to. I was kind of like not talking down on them because I think they're both great lads. Like
I don't
Jack
think
and
anybody
no,
builds a physique
no,
not being good at the basics.
no,
Look
no,
at
no,
any
no. Yeah,
powerlifter.
yeah, yeah,
Like pretty much almost every powerlifter
yeah.
has a good physique.
Or they have a good
Got,
foundation.
they've got a good amount of muscle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
Well,
might not be
you
genetically great,
no, no,
but
no.
they've got a good amount of muscle.
Yeah,
Like because they've just done the basics and got strong at it.
yeah,
I
exactly.
wish I'd been a powerlifter when I was younger.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd
yeah.
be bigger now.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. Yeah, yeah. Jacob Tipper, like he
Ed,
literally, yeah,
Ed's
yeah.
so strong still when he's like fucking peeled.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
like ridiculous.
I did good numbers when I was a teen.
Yeah,
Just getting I focused on just getting stronger. Where like I think again, if you start off and it's like single arm rows from the get go, it's like you don't even have lats. Like
yeah. Like no, honestly,
yeah,
I agree. I think like you should just be focusing on not necessarily just squat, bench, and deadlift, but like if you're like in your early years of training, like your pull session should be a deadlift, some form of close grip row, some form of wide grip row, some
even
form of
do
close grip pull
a bent
down.
row as well.
Yeah, do a pull up. Like,
Hinge 2 3 times a week.
yeah,
Like I'll have some like teen guys, and like to be fair, I have a guy called Brad who's really strong. Like he deficit pulls like 240 for reps, like profit deficit, like really really strong. And he hinges like he does 2 hinges a week and a bent row. And like he's RDL in 220 for reps. He's deadlifted like 260, 270. He's deficit pulling now. He's bent around as well. So he's like doing like three main hinges. And I said to him, it's quite funny because like if in Brad's like the most just normal standard blow count.
doesn't think
But
about it.
if
Doesn't
if he
think about
was if he was in a gym where there was loads of other like-minded natty bodybuilders, I guarantee he'd be the first one to tell me, "Oh mate, like
it's not too many hinges a week."
So, yeah, but like he's cares about training hard.
Yeah.
I have
Aggressive.
Lewis, you know, Apollo. And obviously Apollo's got a fair few like natty and also a fair few just like general bodybuilders. And when Lewis started his diet, the amount of times I had to tell him, mate, you're way too fat to be worrying about this. And like Lewis is like really lean now. He looks sick, really, really good.
Yeah.
And he's got stronger throughout the whole diet. But the first like 6 weeks of dieting, he dropped weight. Oh, I felt that one. I'm like, you fucking didn't. You didn't feel it.
Yeah,
It's
you just
because you're
think
being
you did.
exposed
Yeah.
to the dickheads who have said shit like this. So you think this is normal. Like, no. And I was like really harsh with it. I was training with it. And I said to him, I pulled him up in front of maybe like in front of Storm 2 or 3 times before he did a set where he was like, let's see how it goes. I was like,
No,
no, it's
not
not.
let's see how
That's
it
not.
goes.
Let's fucking
Yeah.
move this weight. Like you're strong. You should be doing
Yeah.
this.
It's like when clients
You know?
say, like, "Oh, hopefully this, I hope that." And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not down to hope, mate.
No,
You
no,
fucking,
no,
you're
no,
in control of it.
yeah,
Like, even if you're dieting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think again, it's almost nowadays we're quite lucky. If we got into bodybuilding now,
I don't think I'd want to. Like, I
yeah,
know that sounds bad, but like, and I don't know whether it's just because I've been in it for a long time. And I'm not saying that I don't love bodybuilding. I do. I love training, and I love the process of bodybuilding, and I love seeing fucking sick physiques on
yeah,
stage, and I love helping my clients look fucking mint. Like,
yeah,
I love that. Like when I have a client, sort of, you see the transformation in a client, or even a lot of my clients now, they're really fucking good, and it's like this is so cool.
yeah,
Like I love that, but I hate the social media side of it.
yeah, I agree.
I fucking hate it, mate.
Yeah,
Like not enough to the point where I give a fuck because I don't
no,
like I still post and stuff, but like I was saying this to Meg on FaceTime, saying like how many captions are just cringy as fuck.
yeah,
Like people are just like literally fucking scratching their head trying to find a caption that is
yeah,
going to be related to whatever they've posted about XYZ that's just fucking like been told a million times
Yeah.
about how to perform an exercise. Or it's just like, I get it, like you need content and stuff, but like also just be a real person.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's like
so many people
there's
are
some
just
people that I've seen, and like one of them in particular, I won't say the name, but like every single story, especially like I don't know, randomly, probably when he isn't doing as well mentally, is almost like a preach towards trying to be like so grateful and be appreciative and like
yeah,
I'm all for positivity, but I'm not for when it's forced. And I also think as well, like it's very clear when you can see someone actually making progress, and like they always yap about how much progress they're making, but they then when they speak to them in person, they're saying they look the same and they're not happy with their progress and stuff like that. And I saw somebody put up a check-in that they sent through to their coach, and I was like, that's embarrassing because the check-in was like, you're a coach and you're putting up your check-in, and it's like that's awful. Like it was like missed this, didn't do this, missed this meal, felt shit, gonna do this. But yeah, good week. I'll catch you next week. And it was like, this is my check-in. And it was like writing it down. It's like, I'm not saying that you have to be pretending that everything's perfect. We're all human. We're all gonna have weeks that are a bit shit. But that's not a coach you sign up with. There's like like if let's say I'll have a lot of guys say to me, like, I think probably part of the reason why, I've said this before, but like me looking better, me trying to like, as cringy as it sounds, go against a bit of a shit injury and try my best to do what I can. Like this year has been really good for me physique wise because I'm fucking trying my best to it, and like I genuinely mean that. But I feel like there's a certain element where it's like you can kind of see it's the same in life and business. You can see when someone's fucking doing it, and you don't have to try and force it and try and say how much work you're doing because it's obvious, so obvious. And like when people are actually like doing it, like our clients say, well, like let's say this week being ill, like me turning up to work on Tuesday, turning up to work on Wednesday, I didn't do it Monday because I fucking slept all day. Like by Saturday, slept all day. But like I've this week's been a hell of a lot of work, but I wouldn't like not do it. But like I had clients message me, be like, "Mate, it's so inspirational to see." I'm like, "No, it's not inspirational. It's because I give a fuck, and I don't want to also say to you guys, not get back to you. I will. Just give me a day or two." And like I think that's the weird element of like nowadays life and social media is like people will mold their what they do off their coach because they're an inspirational figure. If I'm a coach and I'm like, I missed a meal this week, I did miss the session. Like I remember, this is again no hate. Mentioned George now multiple times, but we said this on the podcast before when he did a podcast with AJ, and it was like this was years ago, and he said to AJ, "Yeah, I've had a really good month. Like I've not missed a session in the last 2 weeks." And we were both like, "What?" Like I think we were listening to it when we were probably driving to Rotherham or something. We both looked at each other like, "Missed a session the last couple of weeks." Like, sorry. And then it probably coexists with maybe George's business in that point, like 2022, probably maybe not done as well. I know obviously he's done the born coaching and stuff like that. I hope that's going well. But I think there's like clear correlations towards like if you're not as on it as you could be, it's going to show. And people don't think of it like that. And that's not to say again you have to bullshit, but it's obvious. It's so clear when you can see someone who's fucking on it in every regard. And that's not about George. Like it's more because that sounds like he's hating. This is years ago. It was just more
he's
so
a massive George hater.
no, because he shagged my fucking girlfriend, bro. That's why, man. But no, I mean it in the way of like the what I was saying before was not like I didn't. It was not about George at all. I don't even know what like is George living in a different country at this point or something like that. Is he? No,
I think so.
Oh, I listened to the podcast of him and AJ this morning, and yeah, they mentioned about George living somewhere else or something. I don't know. Maybe he's moving somewhere. But obviously, again, I more mean it in the way of like it's coaching is very much a case of just being good at what you do, giving a fuck, turning up every day, and applying yourself away from that when it comes to you being progressive and being positive. And you don't have to preach, you don't have to bullshit because it's so
you do preach a lot on your story.
I think more so about my legs. I genuinely
mate, about everything.
I don't know, but I also am fucking grateful, mate. My life's sick. Like my life's class. This lasts like 6 to 12 months. Like
no, I mean you preach like you're saying like you don't need to preach about what you do, but you do that more than anyone.
I don't do it more than anyone in a negative way, I'd say.
No, you don't.
Like, and I also don't bullshit. Like when it comes to like what I'm doing. Like if I was to, I could easily preach a lot more. Like in regards to 100%.
But you don't need to.
No. But I wouldn't say I preach in a negative way or like in a fake way. I am damn proud of what I've done this year. Like I say that.
I don't mean that. Like, I mean more so. You were saying about like, oh, I don't need to like preach about turning up to work, but you do. You did preach about that. Yeah, but I'm not saying not to do it.
I don't know. I don't think you should be preaching not about turning up for work. I more mean it in the way of the regard of almost having to bullshit it and be like, let's say, be on it, be open, be transparent.
Yeah.
You've also missed 3 meals and you haven't made any progress in 6 months. And look the exact same.
Who's this about?
There's a lot of people.
There's always someone it's about, and I'm like, who's he on about?
No, because they'd be the same as you. Like the very certain things you said, I'm like, who's this about?
No, I don't have an idea. Usually I have an idea,
Yeah.
but now I actually don't know who you're on about.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm excited.
Any guesses?
No. Well,
Any guesses?
I'll ask after, but yeah. Anyway, this has been a long podcast.
Yeah, very long.
I'll just leave it though. I'm not going to split it into two or anything.
I think we should. I think this is for the OGs. People want to listen. How long do you reckon we've been filming for? Like hour and 40? And that?
It's been a bit too long, I think.
Is it 10 past 8? 5 past 8? 4 past 8?
Stay.
4 past 8, guys. Right, cool. We're grinding. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed. Sorry to. I feel like we need to make a list of the people that we've called out. Like, you know, the podcast. Like, we could do a sorry to this person, that person, this person, this person.
Brandon.
Person. You sorry to Brandon? I didn't say anything bad about Brandon. You sorry to Brandon, Flynn?
No.
No?
No, and I don't really know why I've got anything against him. I haven't really.
No.
I just think he's a bit of a gimp.
I think as a person, I think he'd actually be.
I'm sure he is sound.
I think he's sound. You know?
I just
think the persona, but then also, we're not his target market. The target market for him are 18-year-olds. So he's why he hangs out with TikTok kids. So
wait, speak about you hanging out with fucking teenagers.
You see the comment I got on the YouTube video?
Yeah, and I don't blame him. It's a bit weird, mate. It's a little bit pedo-y.
You got me. Huh? You got me.
Right, let's leave it there.
Right, cool. Hope everyone enjoyed. Sorry to Brandon.
Sorry to everyone. Bye.
Bye.